Vasquez has got 7 points in the game.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Jack's shot is good.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Williams kicks to Vasquez. Johnson down low, defended by Anderson. That's good.
Boy, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Grievous Vasquez, a 6'6" point guard out of Venezuela by way of the University of Maryland, is really a good passer and playmaker. Plays with a swagger and moxie that you love to see. You know, a couple seasons back, this guy averaged 9 assists a game.
And Jack, here we go, Teletovic. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Teletovic has got his second basket of the game. Toronto, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Johnson in the corner. Patterson a screen on Jack. Vasquez dishes to Patterson. The feed to Williams. Off target from outside. And Vasquez with great size, Steve, for the point guard position.
Not an elite athlete, so he sometimes lacks the quickness to guard opposing point guards, but his height, his strength, and his grit and anticipation makes him really a viable option against a lot of different matchups in the league.
The dish to Johnson. Jacks up a 3. That's good from Williams, the assist by Johnson. And that's now 7 points for Williams.
Now they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jack. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
And the Nets may get a change here. Williams has checked in. Brooklyn shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys, this is a club that hit about 75% of its free throws.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And here's Vasquez. 7 points in the game. Williams kicks to Patterson. No good on the 3. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
There's Williams with the 3, and he drains the 3. But let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
This is going to be a big decision, guys. I mean, it sure looks from the tape that the shot left his hand just a moment too late.
I don't think there's much question about it. I mean, he did not get that thing off. I'm sure the officials will see that and they'll agree.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was indeed very close to being legitimate.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and he makes it flawlessly to set up that alley-oop.
And here is Morris on the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Johnson is out there with Johnson. Then it's Vasquez. Then there's Lowry. And it's Steamsma in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Morris kicks to Williams. Nets passing it around and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Andrew Fields checking in for the Raptors. Toronto shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. There's the pick. Lowry passes to Steamsma. He dishes it to Vasquez. There's the pass to Steamsma. Unloads from 13. And again, it's Toronto converting.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Morris with the ball. Dives for it, and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And a new group in for the Nets. Brook Lopez is checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Young comes in for Earl Clark. Johnson, he's checked in for Allen Anderson. And it's Brown in for Morris. And then for Toronto, Valanciunas, who's checked in for Steamsma. Ross comes in for Landry Fields. And it's DeRozan in for Vasquez. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
It appears as though the Nets have basically committed to winning now with the way they've handled contracts and trades, and as good as they are, you do have to wonder about their future.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Young. And it's Bogdanovich in for Joe Johnson. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Toronto. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the layup's good off the glass.
With the Nets, as you said, a lot of older players on the roster, and they've had to surrender a lot of picks to get the talent they do have here. Wonder if that may come back to bite them.
The drive by Lowry. That one wide left. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Lopez outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11, and it's Brooklyn scoring again. Well, for the Nets, Clark, the lack of draft picks most certainly will hamper them at some point. But if they are able to come out of the East and make big noise until then, people I don't think are going to mind.
No, I agree with you there. I mean, it's going to be interesting. They do have the finances despite not having the draft picks, so perhaps they can land a couple of good free agents.
Passes it to Williams. Lopez sets a screen for Williams. Pass to Bogdanovich. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Nets.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also the steals. I mean, they've really been harassing the ball today, forcing mistakes, really turning that into their advantage. Now, you can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan.
Well, at this point, early in the season, still so much optimism for the season ahead. We all have our predictions, but there are always going to be some surprises out there, some surprise teams. And that's why we say all the time, that's why they tee it up and play the game.
Anderson, he's checked in for Brown. The Nets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. High post try. It's blocked. Outside DeRozan. Ross with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
They have been really controlling this one.
Well, now's not the time to get complacent, though, Kevin. You've got to continue to put your foot on the gas pedal.
Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. To the left side wing. Dishes it to Lopez. Lets it go from 14. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
He had no problem knocking down that shot. And a little more damage inflicted on another defensive lapse.
Lowry kicks to Hansbrough. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. And Toronto also making a switch. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Jefferson, a screen on Lowry. Williams against Lowry. Here's Bogdanovich. Can't connect from long distance. The Raptors shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Rebounded by the Nets.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Outside Williams, pass to Bogdanovich. Williams kicks to Anderson. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got assist number 8 here in this one already. The Raptors shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Lowry passes to Hansbrough. Outside DeRozan.
You know, guys, every coach would love to play his star player every minute of an NBA season, but it's impossible given the limits of endurance and the risk of injury. It's basically a balancing act. I think teams are becoming wiser, though, in terms of keeping players fresh and helping them recover between games.
The Nets making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And then for Toronto, Patterson, he's checked in for Hansbrough. Johnson comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Morris. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
And looking at player recovery, now with the ability to track player movement, either with cameras or even sensors that players can wear, teams are better able to measure the workload of players, helping them make decisions about where rest is needed and when it's needed, and even help them predict when there's a risk of injury, and that's really the golden bullet. And again, another example of information being used to enhance player performance.
They set the screen. Vasquez dishes to Johnson. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And guys, across sports, the key to winning is keeping your star players available.
Well, teams are learning a lot from player tracking. You know, for one, morning shoot-arounds may be more draining than we realized, so some teams are cutting those down. And also, athletes do better with frequent short rests, so subbing often can leave players with more energy in crunch time. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Nets.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Williams. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on defense that put them in the driver's seat.
Toronto's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Vasquez kicks to Patterson. He feeds it to Vasquez. 41 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and he gets the bucket.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
Baseline jumper, and that one's good.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
Offensive rebound. Hayes, no good. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What an offensive performance it's been.
Now, here is Morris. From the arc. Bucket's good.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they